What's going on, everybody? So today we have Skippy on the Fresh and Fit podcast. I did 2 reactions to this. It's a really long length podcast, and this is going to be the third, finishing off what's left of the podcast. So go ahead and stick around to see what can we learn from this situation that Skippy has going on, okay? And for those of you who are new to this channel, I teach you how to have confidence so that you have a better life and especially a better dating life, all right? Let's get right into the video.
Or become better for yourself and your family. You have a choice to make.
Okay, we're almost done here. Okay, $10. Corey, SWK, you have to get up and work. We all need to hustle. Listen to what Myron is saying. He can really change your life. I've started investing in crypto. I also go to the gym. Started to develop hobbies ASAP. Yep.
Crypto millionaires.
And then we got Geek Anomaly. Skippy, what did I say? Do not question him, okay? We got PKTG. Skippy, forgive yourself. It's okay to be down bad now. That means you can only go up. Depression only exists when you're losing. Yep. Jennifer Grover. Hey, guys. I could tell Skippy is a good guy. I'm happy you guys are having him on. This is going to be good. All the best to him. And, of course, you guys, too. And then $10. Augie, if y'all think Myron went in on Skippy, you're naive. I've heard him do worse on Patreon. He's legit trying to help Skippy.
Bro,
also, I'm on line 443.
If you're on Patreon, bro, and you heard him, dude, like, this is nothing. If you're on Patreon behind the scenes, bro, you're about to get your ass whooped. All right?
Yeah, I'd be yelling at dudes on Patreon. $20, unborn protocol. Because, I have no sympathy for guys that, like, want to sit and make excuses for their inadequacies, bro. Like, there's none. There's really none. Because there are kids that would kill to trade places with you. $50, Zentians. Skippy, I served in the U.S. Army, went through severe depression, changed career path twice.
Thank you for your service.
Now I'm a medical practitioner. Make more than enough.
And touching in on that point that Myron just said of, how... Let me see. Let me go back to hear exactly what he said, because it caught my
I have no issues with women because I don't care if they're in my life or not.
Family. You have a choice to make.
Okay, we got we're almost done here. Okay, $10. Corey, SWK, you have to get up and work. We all need to hustle. Listen to what Myron is saying. He can really change your life. I've started investing in crypto. I also go to the gym. Started to develop.
Okay, anyways, I can't find the part where he said it. But anyways, he was talking about how, you have to tell guys the truth, raw and uncut. Like, he doesn't care about their feelings because they need a wake-up call. And honestly, that is the best advice a man could have, is having the truth straight up, a reality check, to where there's no type of emotion involved. Hey, buddy, listen, it's going to be okay. Men do not need that type of advice. That advice is for women. Why? Because they're emotional and they're not going to accept the truth how men usually do accept the truth. Because as men, we do have to accept the truth. If you're someone who's fat, you're unconfident, you're out of shape, it's not going to help you in your dating life to tell you, hey, buddy, it's going to be okay, man. It's okay. You'll be good. You'll find a good match. No, you need the truth, raw, unfiltered, and uncut. Listen, motherfucker, you're fat, you lack confidence, and the only one stopping you is you. So get to work. And that might hurt a man's feelings, but that's why a man shouldn't operate with feelings, because he needs the hard facts. Listen, if you let your feelings get in the way and you say, fuck this asshole, why is he saying this? Okay, suffer. Continue on with your terrible dating life, as opposed to saying, damn, that's true. I'm fucking up. Let me get to work. Men need the truth always.
Hobbies ASAP. Yep.
Crypto millionaires.
And then we got Geek Anomaly. Skippy, what did I say? Do not question him, okay? We got PKTG. Skippy, forgive yourself. It's okay to be down bad now. That means you can only go up. Moving forward.
It's a yes or no. Very simple. I'm not going to attack you or anything.
And $10. Moses, my uncle always said, worry about controllables, not uncontrollables. Fix what you can. Don't cry about what you can't. FNF fam. Thank you so much. And then please tell Skippy to read The Power Now. It will cure his anxiety, depression, and overthinking. It will teach him what his thoughts really are. Skippy.
That is a great book. I've read it myself, and I don't think that it's going to cure. I know it's not going to cure your anxiety or whatever, right? Because anything that you learn is not going to cure anything that you have. Like, if I teach you guys something about confidence and you learn something from this video, it's not going to cure your unconfidence. Nothing in this world is a quick and easy fix like that. You have to get to work. You have to take actions that will cure your anxiety, your depression, whatever the case may be. So a book like that, it'll teach you things. And it's a great book. I recommend you read it. It talks about how there is no past, there is no future. Everything is simply just the now. And that's true because, for example, when you're approaching a woman, you don't want to be thinking into the future, or you don't want to be thinking into the past. When you're thinking in the past is, damn, multiple girls rejected me. And then you start thinking into the future. What if she rejects me? So you're creating these scenarios in your mind as opposed to just going with what is in the current moment. In the current moment, there's nothing, right? Nothing has happened. You haven't taken action. You haven't even seen what could come from taking action, like approaching that woman, going up and talking to her. Instead of, thinking of the future, thinking of the past, think of just the present moment. What is in front of you? The words will come to you because you're full of energy. We're nothing but energy, and everything will come to you in the present moment. So that book is great because it does teach you kind of how to be free and just understand that everything is in the now. All right, guys. So definitely read the book, but understand that it'll only come from your actions that you will get cured. Okay. So if you want to cure your anxiety, take actions that will cure your anxiety. If you want to become more confident, take action. Okay. Don't just ingest things and quote unquote learn it, because you haven't learned it until you've applied it.
You have a good heart, but these women out here will literally eat you alive and pee on your corpse. Your future's filled with emotional and physical turmoil of which you can't imagine. If you want this, work hard, and that's from Unborn Protocol. So, Skippy, what's you have? Oh, Red, you got something?
I have a question.
Sure.
Question. Do you believe in yourself?
I don't know how to answer questions
It's a yes
from
or
here
no.
moving forward.
It's a yes or no. Very simple. I'm not going to attack you or anything. It just leads on to my next explanation.
Just because, well, my answer would be sometimes, but yes or no, so no, I don't.
Okay. So I feel like there's a lot stemming from there because, never mind. I'll come back to it. Same thing happened.
Okay.
I get it. We all lose our train of thought from time to time.
So yeah, man. I mean, I think the biggest thing here, Skippy, is we need to just reframe your mindset and look at things as look at the cup as half full versus half empty. I've noticed that when you were saying, "Hey, well, I got this and this and this going on," I want you to start looking at what you do got going on.
Exactly, because your perspective on everything controls your results. Because if you think that everything is doomed, you have no chance in life. If that's your perspective, then guess what? That's going to be your results. But if you have the perspective of things are going to happen in my life, if I take them as learning lessons and I adjust and I improve, I will always win in the end. Then that's your perspective, and that's what's going to be your results. All right, guys, so understand that that's under your control. All the other circumstances in your life, they're not under your control, right? Of course, certain things like your body, that's under your control. Your money, that's under your control. But certain things that happen in life aren't under your control. So simply focus on what you can control. And guys, like the video and leave a comment. And for those idiots who are going to comment some shit like, play the video. Listen, dumbass, this is a reaction. For those of you who don't know, a reaction is where you react to the video. So you watch the person's reaction. Okay, so if you want to watch the full video, go watch the video. I think you can put two and two together. Let's get right back to it.
And build from there. And let's see here. I took some notes, so I'm just going back, making sure I got everything here.
Fresh. Oh, we got another one here.
On the date, right? Some criticisms for the date. So, not that this is important because we got to get all the other things in place, right? Get you in shape and then get your money up. Mm-hmm. But when you deal with women in general, and Nina gave a good explanation on this, complimenting girls without them earning it is extremely detrimental. It's really bad because the way women are wired is women want a man that's better than them. You know what I'm saying? Period. Like women don't want their equal. That's why they want a guy that makes more money than them, taller than them, more muscular than them, etc. So when you over compliment a woman without her earning it, what you're saying without saying it is you're better than me. I'm blessed to be in your presence, and that is repulsive to women because women never want to feel like there was someone that's lower than them. They always want to feel like they want to be with someone that's higher than them. If someone is higher than them, they're not going to compliment them unless it's deserved. And I always say, to sound fucked up, but like with women, you got to like sparingly give compliments. You got to give it only when it's really earned, and they're going to value it more. There tends to be this relationship between scarcity and value. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why gold is expensive. There's a reason why.
I believe you should compliment a woman. My belief is that you should compliment a woman when she has done something, for you, like put on makeup for you, or put on a nice outfit for you, or put on some nice perfume for you. because at that point she's done something to deserve the compliment, okay? And also a compliment can be given in different ways. Like there could be a guy who will be like, "Oh my goodness, you're so beautiful." And Skippy does this all the time. I mean, we've watched his videos. I'm sure he can hopefully improve in the nearby future. But there's another way of subtly slipping in a compliment, right? When you subtly slip in a compliment, it doesn't come off as fucking desperate. It doesn't come off as needy. It doesn't come off as if you're trying to, impress the woman and make her like you. Like, just a random example, right? You could be having a conversation with a woman and you could just slip in there that, her eyes are nice or her smile. Like, oh, yeah, when I saw you, I just noticed you had a really pretty smile. And, and you continue with the conversation, right? Like, you kind of don't pay it no mind, but you kind of just slipped it in there. So it's like she feels good about it because she just got complimented. But it wasn't in a way where it's like, oh, my goodness, your smile is just so beautiful. You have just such a beautiful smile. No, you kind of just slipped it in there, right? Just like a sneaky way of giving a compliment. But guess what? Makes her feel good. You don't come off as looking fucking desperate. Like if you're straight off the rip, you're so beautiful. She hears that all the time. Oh my goodness, your smile is so beautiful. She hears that all the time. It comes off as creepy and desperate, okay? So there's a tip for you guys.
Silver, precious metals, whatever it is, it's because it's scarce to a degree. So you got to treat your compliments like that too with women. But that's that's way down the road. The biggest thing is we got to we got to take the fitness serious and then get you another form of employment. How many hours a week do you work?
25 to 30.
That's unacceptable. You should be working at your right now. You don't have any kids. You don't have a family. You should be working 80 to 100 hours a week till you get yourself to a stable position where you're making.
Would you say that I should quit YouTube altogether then right now? Because that's the only way that's going to happen.
No. Well, here's the thing. You need to get something. You need to get a job that gives you consistent income, right? That you can actually live on and you can save a bit of it. Then you're going to do the YouTube as well. But what you're going to...
I don't think he's going to take any of this advice. I mean, you can kind of tell when someone, is kind of salty or kind of emotional and in their feelings when they hear the truth. So it's kind of like they're just kind of agreeing, like, but deep down inside, they're kind of resentful because you're trying to, help them out in a way. They might think like, why is this person trying to help me? People have big egos, but I can kind of tell that he doesn't really look like he's really receiving and opening, because he probably didn't even ask for this advice. It's probably just being given to him since, he needs it.
Going to do is you're going to do the YouTube as a side hustle to the point where, and we talk about this in one of our videos, how to transition over from from your main job over to your entrepreneurial venture, but you have to have certain things in place. But you got to do both. It's going to suck. You're going to have very little free time.
Yeah.
You're probably not going to have time to socialize like that. But this is a sacrifice you're going to have to make, especially now, because right now, dude, you're really late. You're really behind. So we gotta go super hard.
Yeah, Skippy, my first year in America, bro, I didn't date, I didn't go out, I just worked, and I worked 2 jobs: Chick-fil-A, taking phone calls at AT&T. That year, I worked I want to say I worked 50 to 70 hours every single week. I didn't take any breaks off. I didn't go visit family, none of that stuff. But at the end of that year, I had money saved up, had a lot more confidence. Then the second year, I went going out with girls, going on dates. So that year, after I did that whole that period, is when I went out. But for you now, you have to go back to square one, sacrifice in the meantime, and then come back stronger the next year.
You need to take literally probably 2 to 3 years where you're going to just focus on getting money, and then that money that you make, take a portion of it, obviously for your living expenses, keep your costs low, become a hardcore minimalist, which it seems like you are already, which is great. And then the extra money that you have gets invested into YouTube, better equipment, better cameras, better lighting, whatever it is. So your content becomes better, get monetized on YouTube, and then you can slowly start to segue over into YouTube. But you don't quit your day job. We tell
Skippy sitting there like, damn, I came over here to just tell my story about how I collect my belly button lint and I fucking go on date with bitches. Like, why am I sitting here getting berated with fucking advice? That's what he's thinking right now. But to be honest, he needs it. So I don't blame Myron for, trying to give him a wake up call.
Oh, guys, don't quit your day job until you're making at least 1.5 to 2 times as much from your side hustle than your regular job.
look-
But that regular job is going to be the funding source for your escape down the road.
YouTube isn't going anywhere, right? Only thing that might go somewhere is you and your future. So that matters more.
Like you see, you know what they say about body language, that when someone closes off like that, not only do they call it a self-pacifying behavior, like, you know, you're kind of making yourself feel more comfortable, but you're also blocking off anything from coming your way. It's like a defensive position. So in this point, what I'm thinking, right, you can't, body language doesn't always give you the inside 100% of what a person is thinking, but this usually means they're closing themselves off to any fucking advice you're trying to give them or anything you're trying to tell them. So understand that body language says a lot about what a person is thinking. That helps you on dates. That helps you in life in general.
You had a question at all?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I am Skippy on YouTube if anyone wants to go.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
subscribe, guys.
Go
Subscribe.
him, right?
Go subscribe to his
support
YouTube
him,
channel.
man.
I am Skippy.
He's a good guy. Trust me.
Yeah, he's a good
And
guy.
It's funny, right? I had an interview with Grant Cardone, right? And he kind of like told me the truth about me, about myself. He's like, you're too nice. You're too straight cut.
Oh yeah, I saw that shit. I saw a clip somewhere where that happened, where he went on his show and he was like, "You're never gonna make it" or some shit. That's crazy how that played out.
You're too much like yes or no. You need to be more, I want to say, risky and more like aggressive on what you want, right? And that whole experience, bro, was tough because that was my idol telling me, "You're not gonna make it. Leave my office. You're not hired
Who
for
was
the
it
job."
again?
Grant Cardone.
Grant Cardone.
But that experience, it was like, damn, it hurt, but it made me who I am today. So this view, bro, is not like a bad thing. It's more like, you know what? Here's some advice. Take it how you want to take it. But if you listen to
It's
it,
an intervention, man.
it could help you because it helped us. Because we were nerds, bro. Playing video games, kind of on the couch. I was kind of fat, doing my thing. But now, from this knowledge that we have right now, we're better men for it, and we help other men become better.
We know
as well.
exactly where you're coming from, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I was awkward as hell with girls too. You know what I'm saying?
been in your
Like,
shoes,
yeah,
bro.
we've been in your shoes. So
Yeah.
like, that's why we can speak with such conviction on this topic because we
Yeah.
were in your shoes. Granted, it wasn't when we were in our 40s, you know, but it was definitely when we were younger, you know, all
Yeah.
throughout teens and everything else like that. So we know what it's like to be awkward. We know what it's like to have that anxiety when you meet a girl.
Yeah.
We know what it's like to not know.
Exactly. Going through certain shit is what gives you the ability to teach others on how they can do it themselves, right? Like when I teach you guys about having confidence, it's not because I was just born with confidence and blessed with confidence from the womb. No, I had to go through periods in my life when I was younger, growing up, not having any confidence. Right? Not having the confidence to talk to a woman, not having the confidence to do the things that I wanted to do, to hop on a camera and speak my mind. I didn't have the confidence, so I had to learn how to do it. I had to build my way up and take the actions necessary to get to where I'm at today. And I wouldn't want it any other way. Like that shit would fucking suck if I didn't do what I had to do to get to where I'm at today. So that's why I sit here and teach you guys, and don't think it's coming from a place of like, oh, this guy, he doesn't understand my struggles. Fuck him. Look at this sexy Puerto Rican man. He is obviously the most handsome man in the world. Like, I know that's what you're thinking right now. I get it. But listen, it's not coming from a place of like, I don't know what you're experiencing. It's coming from a place of, I've been where you're at, so I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to give you all the things, all the tools that I use along the way to become the man that I am today, okay? And any person who's in the position that I want to be in, I learn from them. I say, okay, what did they do to get to where they're at, right? Like there's people who I follow who are at a much higher level financially, and I'm a student. I sit there and I listen. I'm not going to be like, fuck this guy. That's what most people do. They let their ego get in the way. If you want to achieve something, you find someone who has it and you learn how they did it, and you don't let your ego get in the way. Listen to them, because 9 times out of 10, they were exactly where you were at. So they're telling you everything you need to know to get to where they're at today. All right, guys?
Know what to say. We know what it's like to, when you get sweaty palms or you get sweaty when you're around an attractive girl that you want to date or
You
whatever.
can't eat, you can't sleep,
Yeah.
you can't do none of that.
We
It's like,
know what it's like to get picked on by someone. Oh, you're a fucking loser, all that shit.
Yeah.
So
Or that first time you're about to hit a baddie. You're about to bag a baddie. And your Johnson just goes gummy worm. Listen, brother, you might have to go through that at some point. It sucks. But we all have to go through it. Let's be honest. I know any guy on here who's fucked a fucking baddie at some point in their life. The first time you were probably like, oh, fuck. You know, shit just stops working, right? I know there's some guy out there who can relate to that.
I know where you're coming from, and my thing is, you got to make a conscious decision to change, man. And it's very obvious that you haven't. Working only 25 hours, doing this job that where you're not necessarily getting paid enough. The problem is that you're comfortable.
Yeah.
And I need you to get comfortable being uncomfortable instead of being comfortable being comfortable. Does that make sense?
It
I need
does.
you to literally, like, if you are comfortable, you need to realize, fuck, I'm fucking up. You need to be uncomfortable at all times and get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Okay.
That's when you're...
And that's great advice because listen, if you want to gain confidence with women, if you're nervous, if you're anxious, the only way to get through that is to get comfortable being uncomfortable, because guess what? You're anxious, you're nervous, do it anyways. The only way to do anything that you want to get done and needs to get done, like if you have no confidence and you need to get confidence, then you have to do the uncomfortable things, such as going up to that woman, even when you're feeling nervous, even when you're shaking like a little bitch and you're like, oh my goodness, it's a woman, fuck, a woman, oh my goodness, like, fucking approach her anyways. You're gonna be nervous, do it anyways. That's what discipline is. You're feeling unmotivated, you do it anyways. It doesn't change the fact that your feelings were there because you did it anyways. So that's how you build confidence. You do the uncomfortable thing. You face your fear. How do you get over fearing the monster under the bed? You take a look under the bed and realize there's nothing there. So approach that woman, go talk to her, shake like a little bitch, feel it, and say, okay, I'm not going to quit, because a quitter never wins and a winner never quits. So just continue going until you get it. You will get it at some point.
I want Skippy to ask a question to us, and then we're going to super chats and end the show. So, Skippy, if you have a question you want to ask us on the panel, those as well, that you want to hear, and then we'll do super chats. You want to do this first or you want to do it after?
We could... I'll read the super chats real quick because they're flying in. So I
same
keep
question. I know you guys have some points as well. You want to...
Yeah, I remembered. I'm so
You wanna write it
tempted-
down?
I'm so tempted to just, yeah,
Can,
please.
can I say something while she writes something
Yeah, go
down?
ahead.
Change your mindset. For real. Your confidence is a reflection of that. 30 hours, you could do more. You don't have to stop YouTube. There's people who make content and make no money off of it. Okay? So this advice that you're receiving is not to break you, it's to build you.
Yeah.
People here want the best for you, and as you can see, not us just here at the panel. The audience is rooting for you.
Yeah. Okay.
And you took everything really well.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Super chats.
Okay, we got Keem I Am. Oh, wait. Shit. Okay, Keem I Am. $10. Skippy, bro. It's never too late to stay blessed. Absolutely. That's the type of advice from that brothers give to each other. Take the advice, Skippy. They are speaking facts. Thank you. Peter Lopez. Jason T. $50. Skippy. Film your fitness transformation and put it on YouTube ASAP. It will be inspirational and you will go viral. I know you can do it.
That is
for
true.
sure.
That is true.
People want to see that. Inviting the waitress into the date video was actually a mistake. Asking her opinions put her on the spot, and her opinions might potentially affect her tip. Your date felt embarrassed on her behalf. Yes. Yeah, and Red actually pointed that out very well, that the waitress saw that there was an awkward situation, and the female psyche, the hive mind picked up on that and they worked together.
Saving.
Jose Rodriguez, $10. Minor Fresher, speaking facts. Once you succeed, Skippy, you have proven that you can overcome obstacles by beating addiction. Absolutely. That's actually the hardest thing that most people
Yeah.
can't
did
beat
that.
that.
Can't do it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's another reason why I'm going so hard on you. Most people can't beat addiction. If you beat addiction, you're telling me you can't go to the fucking gym? No, man. No, you've already done something way harder. So it's like, I can't accept anything less now because that's the hardest thing to do.
That's exactly what it taught me, right? Because I was fucking addicted to Percocets for like 2 years, probably like 2 or more years. And guess what? I quit on November 17th of 2020. So it's about to be, well, that's 4 years. 4 years and a little change, right? And it taught me that, listen, I felt like it had control over my life and I didn't have control over it. But the moment that I took control of my mind, I understood that I'm in control of my mind. Nothing controls you. You control your mind. And if you're letting it control you, it's exactly that. You're letting it control you. So if you're anxious, you're nervous around women, it's not because this thing was just bestowed upon you and you just can't get rid of it. It's because you're letting it control you. So that's what it taught me. So anyone who is addicted to something, understand that quitting that is completely under your control. It's not something that you can't get rid of. It is 100% under your control.
So that literally kills a large portion of people. And the fact that you're able to come back from that, bro, there's no excuse that you can't do anything else.
Can I say something super quick about that?
Sure.
I, growing up a Mormon who, like, I've literally tasted alcohol 3 times. And my family also has a history with addictions and things. And I know that if I were to taste alcohol, right, or I'm like really drink alcohol, I get addicted and I become an alcoholic, like members of my family have and had I drunk, right? And so I just want to speak because I bet that there are some people out there thinking the same thing that I am. When you have been addicted to something that you're not true and you're like, hey, you've overcome it, but you don't feel like you've overcome it. You've just not done it for now almost 4 years. And one of the really tough things about the first three and a half of those years, because I feel like the last couple months I'm getting my crap together, but prior to literally just the last like 3 months has been the fact that every day has been a struggle to not go back to it. And
Okay, here's the thing, right? Because you can quit something and not change anything. And so you're still going to be sitting there living the same life and you're feeling like you're missing a piece of the puzzle. You feel like you're incomplete without that thing. And understand that when you quit anything such as an addiction, such as alcohol or weed, or maybe you broke up with that woman, the reason why you're sitting there and missing it is because you haven't created a new life. You haven't added in a new habit in that missing puzzle piece to actually make you feel complete. When you break up with that woman, you're sitting there missing her. Why? Because for the longest time, she was a part of your life, and now it feels like she's missing, and there's a hole in your life. So what do you need to do? You need to make new habits so that you no longer think about her because you're focused on what you're doing now. And it's the same thing when I quit the pills. Guess what? I quit the pills, but what did I do? I took out all the porn, all the pills, all the drugs, and instead I put in habits such as working out, reading, working on myself. So I didn't have time to sit there and think of all these things that were supposedly missing from my life because guess what? There's new things in my life, okay? And when I quit, I bought some fucking pills just to have them there because what he's saying is, oh, it's not around me so you feel like you didn't quit. When I quit, I was like, shit, I want to have that shit right there and know that I don't even need to touch it. That's when you know you really quit. That's when you know you're over a breakup. When you see the woman and you don't feel a need like, oh, I miss her. Or when you quit the alcohol and you see the bottle right there and you don't feel the need to, I need to go grab it and drink it. No, that's when you fully have control over your mind.
I don't know, just the day that I didn't commit, or the day that I attempted suicide and then and failed at failing till the point I killed myself was both a good day and a tough day because every day after that is, it makes it sound so easy to say, hey, you've overcome addiction, but you don't, because you don't know until the next day that you've lived through suicidal thoughts.
All right, Skippy, stop. You have overcome addiction. See how your mindset's fucked up? Oh, well, I haven't done it for 4 years. I think I kind of, no, you did overcome it. You need to start looking at it from your mindset is all fucked up, dude. You did overcome it. You haven't used it in 4 years. The problem is this, you have too much goddamn free time. Idle hands do the devil's work. 25 hours per week is not enough hours for you to be working. If you're busting your ass working, going to the gym, taking care of yourself, you wouldn't be thinking about this stupidity. You wouldn't. You would be too focused on, damn, I gotta go to work. Damn, I gotta go to the gym. Damn, I gotta eat properly. Damn, I gotta drink water. Okay, time to go to bed because I gotta wake up early the next day. The problem is this, man. My coach always used to say this to me, and it's 1,000% true. Idle hands do the devil's work. Okay? You have too much fucking free time to even think like this. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I overcame it because I still want to do drugs. You still want to do it because you have too much goddamn free time. You did overcome it. You need to look at it as a W. It's not an L, it's a W. You overcame it, you haven't used it. Look at it as a W. And the more W's that you add to the W column, the more confidence you're going to have. The more confidence you have, the more you're going to pursue other endeavors. The more you pursue these other endeavors, the more accomplishments you get. The more accomplishments you get, the more confidence you get. The more confidence you get, the more competence you get. See how it all builds upon each other? The problem is this, your foundation is fucked up because you don't look at wins as wins. Look at it as like,
That's why you miss that woman. That's why you feel like you have to beat off. That's why you feel like you have to smoke the weed because you haven't put anything in place for that missing puzzle piece. Instead of doing something new, like for example, you break up with a woman, you work on yourself, you date some new women, you're not going to have time to be thinking about her because you're creating a new life. Because you're not going to get over a woman that you were with for 3 years in 2 days. Especially because if nothing changes in your life, then nothing will change. You have to change something in order to see changes in your life. That's why so many guys hit me up telling me how they broke up with their woman and they feel like they just can't get over her and they want to text her back. And it's like, bro, start doing something new with your life. Start doing something new. When I got out of a breakup, listen, I didn't fucking text the bitch back. I didn't, let me not say bitch, right? I didn't text her back, right? I didn't text her back. I didn't sit there and try to get her back. I simply just said, you know what? It's new things that I have to do with my life and just focus on that. And that's how you can focus on moving on as opposed to sitting there and disrespecting yourself by trying to go after a woman who doesn't want you. All right, guys. So let's get back to the video.
It's like, oh, I just skated by.
It's
Oh
not
man,
enough.
I'm sad. I don't know. Blah blah blah. No man, you overcame it. Look at it as a W. Put it in the W column. Okay. Now you need to go and work more hours. Have less free time.
All right.
Have less free time.
Find a hobby.
All right.
Occupied.
All right. Cool. So yeah, I'm not gonna let you come in here and say, oh no man, I don't know. Like I kind of. No, you fucking overcame it. Look at it as a W. All right, Skippy, learn to appreciate what you already have and visit the Philippines to find a wife. That works too. That works too. Electric relaxation. Skippy, there are pains in life, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Your choice, what one you can live with. Okay. And then we caught up. Okay, little Bob. Excellent podcast here.
Look at the pacifying behaviors. He's definitely feeling it right now. He's like, I'm ready to go.
We see everyone come together for Skippy. Special shout out to Myron and Fresh for keeping it 100 and offering tangible solutions for Skippy. And it was nice that lovely ladies offered him a sweet feminine touch.
Definitely.
Okay. And then so BC, Myron, why didn't you have AMS on the show to ridicule you live? Not making excuses for Skippy, but what you did today shows a lack of emotional intelligence. This was meant to be private. Give Skippy a free package if you really care. SOBC, you don't know what's going to happen after, bro. We're going to have a full discussion about this. I kept it easy here, and the people wanted to hear it. So,
Exactly.
So I don't know what you're trying to say there. So whatever. The thing is this, man. With guys, you got to be honest with them, bro, and that's what I'm doing. So fuck you.
Can't sugarcoat.
B Shavy, $10. Stop talking so much on dates. Let the women talk. And every time you compliment a girl, imagine her throwing up in her mouth. You got to chill with that. We all used to be you. It's time to glow up. Yep. And then Hollywood Superfly for the end of the show. Give him the 5K. See you in 6-month challenge. P.S. This is the Virgin Mary single yet? Okay. And then
Morningstar.
$20.
I took a herbal called ashwagandha. It works for reducing stress and anxiety by reducing cortisol levels in the brain, causes depression. Cortisol lowers testosterone, which is everything. Yeah.
Why does that sound like a psychedelic?
No, don't take ashwagandha, bro.
No, that sounds
That's
like
a drug.
I mean, that's
like
yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't suggest
like
that.
ayahuasca, something like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
That's what it is. Psychedelic.
No, it's not a psychedelic and it's not a drug. It's simply just a supplement. The same thing like a fucking vitamin B, vitamin C. It's a supplement. I haven't taken it, but I know it's not a drug.
Yeah. Okay, good. Okay.
Okay, Skippy.
Good.
Last thoughts on the show. Or any last questions?
Oh, just for the fun of it, because like it got really serious after the date portion, and I don't want you guys to think like, especially with you, like the things that you're saying, right? I need to hear, and it's literally the reason why I asked the question before we started. Like, what's the best way to take the what's coming? Because you all knew what was coming. I didn't know that that's what's coming, but I also want to do my best to take it in a way that it will sink in, right? And so I hope that you don't think that just because of how I've reacted to you doesn't show my appreciation for it. Because just the fact that I'm here
It's fine, man.
is,
I
awesome. And I
get it.
do want to work on it, and I don't want you to think that my reaction is blowing you off, right? It's tough to be in my shoes today for this, but it's awesome awkwardness that I feel of taking all of it. And when it comes to At You All At Once, I don't think that there's a perfect way for me to have responded that would be that wouldn't get criticism.
I think you took it very well.
Yeah.
I honestly think you took it very
I
well.
tried to, and I apologize if it came off as me being too defensive. I really am thankful for everyone being here. I mean, like,
Right.
even if you guys are here to promote your Instagram channels, I love that you guys are here. No, and I seriously mean that, because this is such a cool experience.
Right.
So you asked the question of going back to the lighthearted thing. If I could ask you guys a question, it would be, can I interview you over Zoom or bring you back to let me interview you guys in a fun, lighthearted way, kind of thing?
Yeah, in the future, yeah.
And not like
But you got to do the work first.
Yeah.
Oh no, I
So-
want, yeah. In fact, that would be a good thing of like, hey, lose 10 pounds and we'll let you interview us.
Show
or
us your
something
progress.
Like that. Something like that. And then for the ladies, I would ask them, when was the last time that you went on a date with a guy that was really nice but might be considered a beta by some? Or do you guys just not, because it's not the whole nice guys finish last, because they've got to also have a spark. And I think that with girls that I date also, like when someone says to me, oh, I've got the perfect girl for you, she's about your height and about your weight, and I'm like, that's how you pick the perfect wrestling partner, not the perfect dating partner.
Skippy. Right now, you got other stuff you got to prioritize. Fuck women right now, dude. Like
Yeah.
you're in a state of emergency.
You come first.
You gotta focus on you right now.
Sorry, I was just trying to ask a lighthearted last question
I
because
do
they
want
had
to
me
answer
ask.
his question though, because the last time that I went on a date with a guy and it was just something that I was like, no way in hell this guy is getting a second date, or I would even.
That's just how you know that he's not going to take that advice, because it's like he's trying to ask a lighthearted question when it's like that shouldn't be your focus. And that's Myron's point, is that shouldn't even be your focus. Your focus should be bettering you. because he's so focused on women. And this is the problem with some guys who are at a bad position in life. They're fat, they're out of shape, they don't have any money, whatever the case may be. They focus on trying to find women to date, when reality is you should fix yourself first before trying to even worry about women. So I already know he's probably not going to take the advice.
Consider him even to have a friendship with. He kept mentioning things that he felt were his failures. He kept bringing up about how he just got fired from his job. He kept like bringing up that he didn't have much money and that he was a broke college student, and that if he was worried about an interview that he had coming up, and he was saying that if he didn't get that interview, that he would have to go back and live with his parents. And those are things that completely repulsed me, because as a man, you have to show confidence. You have to show that, you know, you're the
Yeah.
Nina,
You
thank
got
you
the
so much
wheel.
for that.
You're
See what happened there? So the guy didn't have the
Very
confidence.
insightful.
Goes on a date, not prepared for it. His inadequacy show, glaringly. And she says, I'm not going out with him again. So what did the guy effectively do? He wasted his time.
You got to show that you're in control of your life.
And yourself.
Skippy, here's
Stop being so-
a path. Here's a path. Competence leads to accomplishments, which then leads to confidence. Once you have that confidence, then you can apply that when you meet other people, you go out and meet women, because now you're going to actually be in a position where you're not going to be tolerated, you're going to be appreciated.
Yeah.
The problem is this: women just tolerate you right now.
Yeah.
Red, you got some? I know you had written down some stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So.
No.
Yeah. Wait.
I don't want. No more. Skippy. Last thing here for you, right, bro? I want to say this. So this being said, right? I'm glad you came on the show.
Thanks.
Right? You're not a bad guy, but we give you advice today, right?
Yeah.
You have a choice to make. You know who you are. You know what you want. If you take it or you leave it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Cool.
Can I just answer his question? Really quick.
Well, hold on, because if Fresh pause Red, then
Yeah,
I'll pause you.
because we gotta actually end the show, and I think Skippy had enough. Super chat real quick.
All right, guys. Well, that's the video. Whoa, I didn't mean to press that. That's the video for today. If you guys want to know where to reach me on Instagram, at Optimal Man Coaching, shoot me a DM. Let me know who you are. Let me know what your problem is, and we'll go ahead and get to it. All right, get to work. So like the video, comment down below, and subscribe. And I wish Skippy the best. I hope that he doesn't do anything, because he did talk about how he had thoughts of deleting himself and all this other crazy stuff. Listen, I really do hope that he finds some confidence in himself and that he learns to respect himself, because he seems like a cool guy. He just seems like, you know, he needs some better guidance. That's it. And that's how I'm going to end this video. Peace out, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow.